It's a typical Sunday morning, and this man loves his coffee. A creation of this very espresso machine. But tragedy strikes. The machine has suddenly become unresponsive. Panic grips the man. How can he enjoy life without his machine and its delectable, life-enhancing elixir? Recollections of joyous summer days playing in the sunshine are subverted by this sudden dread he feels, knowing his dear friend's time has maybe finally come. Afternoons spent on the couch, their favorite coffee couch. Never again. Nothing. There's nothing left. No hope. No life. The cord is pulled. The string is cut. But no, this cannot be. It shan't be. He can save his machine, breathe life back into its unresponsive coil. Our modern-day Dr. Frankenstein rushes the lifeless corpse, still warm, to his workshop, his laboratory, and dons his shop apron and his dork-o-matic specs. He liberates the portafilter from the group head with a deft movement of the wrist, then slides out the drip tray and finally the water receptacle. Where to start, the man wonders. By removing screws, of course, with this number 2 Phillips screwdriver. 2 screws are recessed deep within plastic wells on the underside of the machine's head. One is located beneath the water receptacle's well door, and 2 more screws are located behind the machine. Five in all. Then the top plate can be lifted, exposing the machine's tender innards. Oh, but what's this? This moldy residue at the bottom of the well? Better to not dwell on this for the present time. The man takes stock of the machine's insides in an attempt to find what has robbed it of life. Poking and prodding, he spies a suspicious artifact laying at the bottom of the machine, which he upends to witness a minute piece tumble out onto the work surface. What is this small, black, clove-shaped plastic object? And does it have anything to do with the machine's untimely demise? The man decides to investigate further. His trusty number 2 Phillips screwdriver is of no help to remove the next fastener, a screw located near the group head. This calls for a stubby. He can now remove the machine's faceplate. He'll find out eventually that this part would have been manageable even without the removal of the small screw. 2 similar screws hold a short metal bar behind the upper portion of the faceplate. One screw is removed while the other is retightened to hold the metal bar up, away and out of where work needs to be performed. More screws are removed to pry apart the machine's metal armor. The man detects an anomaly. 2 plastic microswitches, one of them broken, damaged, ruptured even, composed of the very same material as the small T-shaped artifact, black plastic. The man proceeds to remove the mangled component. This, showcased here, is how the minute scrap of plastic should enable the proper operation of the electrical switch. Without this small wedge, the entire apparatus fails, completely disabling the machine, robbing it of its primary function. The man consults the internets and finds an appropriate replacement for the damaged part, which he promptly orders.
Break. Think of this as an intermission. I'm doing the editing for this. I have to wait 2 days for this new switch to arrive. And my very bright child notices that these switches are the same, just flipped over. And the wiring is a bit different. And this switch here is for the frother, the steamer, and I don't use it. So she suggests, why don't I just take this switch and put it there for those 2 days, waiting for my switch. What a bright child I have. Thank you, bright child.
2 days later, a proper replacement for the damaged component having arrived, the man once again dismantles the machine, working temporarily thanks to the quick thinking of his offspring. 2 days prior, the man had exchanged the broken espresso switch for the functional one operating the steam wand and has now decided to simply swap out the damaged switch. He commences the process of reassembling his beloved espresso machine. Screws are rescrewed and fasteners are once again fastened. The control knob having been snapped back in, the top plate is positioned into place and the deep plastic wells, with their screws securely adjusted at their bottoms, are pushed into their stations to anchor the top plate. Of course, one screw has gone astray, so the man forages in his stash of like-sized screws. Once all components have been accounted for, and no stray parts remain on the workshop table, he reunites his machine with all its members, plugs it in, and hits the on switch. The man waits a moment for his dear machine to warm up a bit, then toggles the control knob to the espresso position. Victory! The hum of his machine's pump fills the man with joy. Fabulous, he thinks. Fabulous!